Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Back with you with another interesting video topic. Yeah, everybody, I want everybody to take care of yourself. This flu is going around. It's a pretty bad epidemic. It's Take care of your kids. Make sure you get them some vitamins and feed them lots of vegetables and stuff like that because this flu is not playing. It's been taking lives. So, um, just everybody ante up on your vitamins and antioxidants and everything. I had a little bit of it. I didn't get, thank God, I didn't get it too bad. And so I'm just anteing up on my vitamins and everything and trying to take care of myself. And I want you guys to do the same. I want you guys to be around to look at my videos. But not just to look at my videos, but I want you guys to be around. Love you guys. I want you guys to be around. So, uh, so stay healthy. Take care of yourself. Anyway, I want to talk about a black lady is suing Walmart because the reason why she's suing Walmart is because she went into the store. I don't know what city this was in. I can't remember what city it was in. She went into the store and apparently, now everybody know that Walmart is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They got them everywhere, in every city, everywhere. She went into this Walmart to buy to purchase some black hair care products. She went to the aisle where the black hair care products are sold, and she seen that they had them all locked up, even down to the $2 combs. They even had the little $2 combs locked up. They had everything. They had all the black hair care products, including the combs and the brushes and the accessories, locked up. It was like a whole aisle. She did a little video, and it was like a whole aisle of black hair care products that was locked up. Well, apparently she's suing Walmart for discrimination because she felt kind of humiliated. She had to get a clerk to assist her. She had to get them to walk up to the aisle to the locked where the hair care products were locked up, to unlock them, to get whatever products that she was trying to buy, take it, walk it all the way up to the front, and she had to pay for it. They had to walk it up to the front like it was a you would think it was a money bag or something, or some precious diamonds or something like that. I could understand something like jewelry. Stores sometimes lock up jewelry like that. That's understandable because that's a very high ticketed and high priced item. And, stores typically do lock up stuff like jewelry, but a hair care products, and the thing that was messed up about it is that the black hair care products was the only thing that was locked up. Now, she did a little video and she showed the Caucasian products was not locked up. Their stuff was out where all the people could do is walk up and grab it and keep on going. But the black hair care products was locked up. So she said she felt pretty humiliated. And this is wrong on all levels. This is wrong on all levels. Um, and I'm gonna explain to you why. I used to work in retail. As I stated in some of my other videos. Up here in Michigan, they have Meyer stores. They got them. They have them in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, I believe. And I think they got some in Kentucky. They mainly based in the Midwest. Fred Meyer stores. They're just like Walmart's. It's a superstore just like Walmart's. It's the same type of store. You can go in there and get clothes, groceries. If you need some stuff for your car, laundry detergent, you can go in there to get anything from food, produce to clothes to anything. And they have a little pharmacy. They have a little pharmacy in there. And you can go pick up your scripts and You could do everything that you need to do in that one store. You know, they're basically it's the same setup as Walmart's, but they're Meijer stores, and they're mainly here in the, if you guys don't live in the Midwest, you probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But they're in Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and I think there's some in Kentucky, mainly in the Midwest area. Anyway, I used to work at one of those stores, and they had what they call loss prevention. Loss prevention means that uh, they specifically hire people to come in to, um, first of all, they have a camera room. They have cameras all over the store, and they have a camera room. They have people that sit in the camera room and watch the cameras, um, for any people potentially coming in trying to steal. Second of all, they have what they call plainclothes security people walking around the store. They plainclothes security people. They look just like regular shoppers. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if you was to walk into a Walmart or a Meijer store. You probably wouldn't know who they are because they look just like everybody else. They're plainclothes security people. They don't wear a uniform. They look just like a regular person shopping at the store, you know, and that's by design. So if they catch somebody stealing, they can catch someone stealing, you know, because you basically don't know that they're security, you know. um, so they have people that monitor the cameras, and they have people that plainclothes security people that walk around the store. Walmart is supposed to have that same kind of setup, you know. If if they and this is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and I'm pretty sure the Walmarts that's here in my city, they have cameras, and they supposed to have a camera room where they can monitor the cameras. They have people specifically. They hire people specifically to monitor the cameras, to watch for stuff like that. And they got plainclothes security people walking around the store. Okay, now they're supposed to have this kind of stuff in place. There is absolutely no reason to lock up hair care products. Jewelry, understandable. Guns, understandable. But not hair care products. Now, somebody was doing a video on here. I'm not going to say who they are. Um, and they were making the point that, well, they lock up other things at the store, not the same thing. It's a very weak argument. It's not the same thing. Locking up jewelry is understandable. Locking up guns is understandable. Not locking up hair care products. A very expensive pharmacy items, maybe pills or something, understandable. But not hair care products. You don't lock up hair care products. You just don't do it, you know. And it is in fact a form of discrimination. I I understand where this lady is coming from, because you know what? I went into a Dollar General store. Now, um, they have them all over the country. I know they're probably in every city in the country now. Here in my city, they got quite a few of them. They have one over here by where I live, and this one I went to was in a predominantly a middle class white neighborhood. I would say it was this one in this area that I went to. I would say it's a middle class white neighborhood, predominantly white neighborhood. There's some black people live over there, but it's predominantly a middle class white neighborhood that this store is in. The one over here by me, this is a predominantly black area. But this one that I went into was a predominantly middle class white neighborhood. Okay, now I goes into this Dollar General. Now the Dollar General over here by me have the black hair care products in the aisle, just like they do everything else. Now, I went to this other one in the predominantly white neighborhood, and why they got the black hair care products behind the counter? They got the black hair care products behind the counter, behind the cashier's counter. I'm looking all over, searching high and low. Okay, I needed to get some moisturizer. I'm searching high and low for the moisturizer. So, okay, where's the moisturizer? I typically don't go to the store. I typically go to the one by me, so I wasn't familiar with that store. So I'm looking all over the place. I mean, I'm like, where is the moisturizer? Next thing you know, I turn around. It's behind the doggone counter where the cashiers are. So they can see you walking up and actually grabbing it. And I think she asked me as I was walking up there, she asked me, "Do you need some help?" I was like, "No, I got it." I was highly offended. I know how the sister feel. I was highly offended by that. I said, this is institutionalized racism. I said, well, how they got the black hair care products behind the counter where the cashier is at, but then they had the Caucasian hair products in the regular aisle. I said, now that ain't right. Why they got the black hair care products over here? Just so they could see you walking up, so they can watch you walking up and make sure that you're not gonna steal it. Now, mind you, like I said, this Dollar General is in I would say a middle class white neighborhood, predominantly white. Some blacks live over there too, but it's a predominantly middle class white neighborhood that this Dollar General is in. The one that's over here by me is a predominantly black area. Mostly black people go to it. Okay, so the one over here by me, they don't have it like that. It's in the aisle. But then this one over here, why they got it behind the counter where the cashiers are? You have to literally walk behind the counter to in the cashier area to get it, to grab the hair care products. And she even asked me, "Do you need me to help you?" I said, "No, I'm okay." I was highly offended by that. I actually understand where the sister is coming from, because I was highly offended by that. I was like, okay, why they got the black hair products care? And I start to call corporate. I mean, I didn't take it as far as she's taking it, but I started to call corporate and ask them, why do you have the black hair care products behind the cashier's counter? I was highly offended by that. So that's kind of humiliating. I can imagine how humiliated she was, um, having to get a clerk to have her unlock the cabinet, walk the stuff up to the counter, and then she got to pay. What if you got some more shopping you got to do? You know, you have to either go back to that same aisle, no matter how long the line is, or you got to pay for it, bag it, and get it receipt clipped to the bag, and go finish the rest of your shopping. What kind of hot mess is that? So the sister was very humiliated, and so she's suing Walmart for $4,500. And yes, it is a form of discrimination. It is, in fact, a form of discrimination. The problem is that they're automatically assuming that every black person that comes into that store to buy black care products, or they're assuming what they're assuming is that every black person that comes into the store is going to steal. That's what they're assuming. Now, like I said, I used to work in retail. I worked at a Meijer store. I seen white people getting dragged into the security office. I seen black people getting dragged in there. I worked in this store twice, at two different times. I've seen them tackling white. Sometimes they had to tackle people. I've seen them tackling white people. I've seen them tackling black people. Okay? So you're never going to convince me in a million years that black people are the only people that steal. Black people are not the only people that steal. Not all black people steal. Not all white people steal. It depends on the person. You cannot assume that a certain segment of the population, which is African Americans, is going to come into your store and steal something. You cannot assume that's a form of racism. It's being stereotypical. And it's pretty humiliating to have a clerk to get a hair care product and walk it up to the front like you gonna steal it. That's highly offensive. I know one time I walked into a Rite Aid Um, and this was before I had a car. This was years ago. This was back in the 90s. And I wasn't driving. I didn't start driving until I was like 28 or 29 years old. And this was before I had a car and I was driving. And went to the other store and I had a bag on me. And I went into the store and they asked me to leave my bag up front. Because this Rite Aid was in over here where I'm at, a predominantly black neighborhood. And they asked me to leave my bag up front. Now at that time I called corporate and I asked them, why do you have, I was highly offended by that. Highly offended. And they was like, well, it's because of that store, and they made the excuse that because of it's in that in it depends on what area the store is in, and because the store is in this specific area, that's the reason why they're doing it. I don't care what the excuse they make. It's discrimination. This is why you have security cameras. This is why you have loss prevention people in the store. They call it loss prevention. And they hire those people to come in, and if they're doing their job like they're supposed to be doing it, then you're going to catch any kind of thieves that's coming in the store. Because hair care products, I'm sure that hair care products is not the only thing that come up missing out that store. I'm sure that there's other things in that store that come up missing from time to time, and it's not just hair care products. So it doesn't make sense to lock up your hair care products. If it's Walmart, and Walmart is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, there is simply no excuse for them to not have a loss prevention team in every store. Okay, you need to have you're supposed to have a security office where one or two people can sit in there and monitor the cameras, and you're supposed to have plainclothes loss prevention staff walking around the stores, walking down. That's what they get paid to do. So if someone is stealing, they can catch them. There is absolutely no reason to lock up anything like hair care products. Guns, yes, understandable. Jewelry, yes, understandable. Most stores do have jewelry locked up in a jewelry counter. Understandable. Guns, yes, understandable. This other person that did a video on here about it was talking about it, addressing it. He made the point that, well, they lock up other things in the store. They lock up the cigarettes. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Locking up cigarettes is not the same thing as locking up hair care products. It's just not the same thing. I'm sorry. There's absolutely no reason for a store to lock up hair care products. If you have a security team that's supposed to be doing their job. Now, if your security team, if stuff's still coming up missing out the store, then you need to check your security team. You need to check your security team and make sure that they on their job, because apparently if stuff is still coming up missing out the store, then your security people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And this is who you're supposed to be checking. Walmart is a excuse me, multi-billion dollar corporation. There is no reason for them not to have loss prevention in their stores. So I'm sorry, it's no excuse to lock up hair care products. It is a form of discrimination. You're assuming that every African American that walks in the store is going to steal. So I can definitely understand why this sister felt humiliated. And she's only suing for like $4,500. So she's not suing for millions of dollars. So she's more or less, she's she's looking at the principle of it. She wants Walmart to take the locks down, and they should, because it's discrimination. You're assuming that every black person that comes in the store is going to steal something. I would be highly offended by that. So I can definitely understand where she's coming from. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and please share my videos. And I want to thank all my other scribes that I have, and sound off in the comment section what you guys think about that. I got some more interesting video conference coming up. This is Sweet June.